Good afternoon. How are you? Well, thank you so much for being here. And I hope you're ready for a really, really nice time, a nice lunch, and an amazing program that we hope will inspire you. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Harmony at Home's President and CEO, Julianne Levy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Esme. And Esmeralda Owen has made all this possible. She's been working with Harmony Home for a few years, so thank you. Wow, this is great. You just all look so beautiful. And I think I almost got to say hello to everyone, except I saw Kathy and Marla. Anyways, I think I almost got everyone. So thank you for being here. Thank you to all of our guests who are watching us virtually. We miss having you here, but enjoy the afternoon. We have lots of thank yous to go around, truly. We have our board of directors. We have an amazing board of directors, and I'm so proud of all of them, and I'd like them just to stand and be recognized, please. Harmony Homes Board of Directors. You know, all this that you're going to see today, this couldn't happen without this group and my brother, Mike Levy especially. We started this together 20 years ago. And my mom's here, and I wish my dad was here. He's here in spirit with us. But it's going to be a special day for us to really celebrate just the work that we've done over the past 20 years. You're going to get to hear from some lovely young women who I am very, very close to and have known since they were teenagers, and now they're young women. So it's going to be a special day. So I also am, I did want to mention that we have a gentleman here who is going to be on our board soon, Judge, the Honorable Larry Hayes. So he's going to be on our board starting in January. Very, very excited. Thank you, Judge Hayes. Also, we couldn't have done this without our amazing Luncheon Committee. If you could all stand and be recognized. Marcia Kelly's our chair, so thank you all. I really want to thank all of our sponsors, too. We have, sponsors. Oh, we have our violinists. They were lovely when they came in. When you came in, you got to hear some music, so thank you to all of you. And Mag One Media, who's putting all this on as well. Our sponsors are so generous, and we couldn't do this without you, and this allows so much of the funding that comes in to go directly to our program, so thank you all for that. And I really want to especially thank Teresa Matsui for her generous donation of these beautiful orchids. It's been such an honor and a beauty. It just beautifies the room. And it actually, what's so amazing about the orchids is they beautify people's homes, like for years, right? Because orchids keep coming back. So thank you, Teresa, for that. So a lot of thanks and just tremendous gratitude, and of course to our young women who came from out of state, some of them locally, and you'll get to hear from them shortly. And then all of you out here, thank you. So now I have the pleasure of introducing Harmony at Home's Director of Operations, Joaquin Hernandez.
Hello. All right, how's everybody doing today? You all look lovely. Those of you online, I'm sure you look lovely too. So as Julianne mentioned, my name is Joaquin Hernandez. I'm the Director of Operations for Harmony at Home, and I'm super excited to be with you all here today as I fidget with the mic. So for all of you that have supported us and have been following us throughout the years, we thank you so much. We wouldn't be able to do any of this, as Julianne said, without you. So thank you. Thank you for your support, and thank you for keeping up with all of our organized chaos. So for those of you that have yet had the opportunity to get to know us, I'm going to tell you a little bit about who we are and what we do today. So Harmony at Home has 5 major programs that we're actively running. So our first is our school-based counseling programs, which consist of our Sticks and Stones and our community counseling program. These programs provide counseling services to the students attending our partner schools in grade K through 12. These counseling services are for those students who've experienced some type of trauma and need counseling support to work through it. So I'm happy to say in the last school year 21-22, we were able to provide over 8,000 counseling sessions to the students at these schools. So I want to give a shout out to Lorena Rodriguez. Yeah, there you go. She's our counseling programs manager. She's one of the reasons why this is all happening. So if you want to know more about the counseling programs, feel free to seek her out after the event. Next, we have our bullying prevention program. Yeah. As I fidget through my cards. So this year, we've actually reshifted the way we're bringing our bullying prevention program to our school partners, and we've gotten nothing but positive responses. So this year, the program now includes bullying prevention support to the schools in the form of staff trainings, a student-led assembly, which is a student-led assembly built by students and our bullying prevention coach and delivered to the entire student body on with an anti-bullying message. We're also providing classroom meetings on various anti-bullying topics in the schools and also parent workshops so that parents can learn more about bullying and the effects it has on their children. So I'm happy to say that we've gotten such positive responses with this new rollout and how we're delivering the program. In past years, we've been in about 12 to 13 schools. This year, we're in 52 schools. Yeah, so I know, amazing, right? So I want to give another shout out to our bullying prevention program manager, Daniela Naya. So if you want to know more about the program in depth, feel free to seek her out. Thank you. Next, we have our Teen Success Program. This program is centered around providing mentoring and support to mothers ages 14 through 24 that have yet to acquire their GED or their diploma. Our goal is to help break the cycles of poverty by supporting them through grade school, post-secondary education, and by supporting them and providing parent education so they can be the best first teacher for their children. I'm happy to say that this past fiscal year, we were able to support 69 mothers and 67 children, and 16 of those mothers got their high school diploma. Yeah, I know, amazing. So I want to give another shout out to Sandra Mendoza and Gabby Messina. She is our program manager and our lead advocate. So if you want to know more information about the program, feel free to seek them out. They'll tell you even more than what I did. So next, we have our Children's First program. This program consists of our co-parenting education classes for those families that are going through a divorce or separation. These classes will teach the parents how to be amongst each other, how to be cordial with one another, how to have a relationship amongst themselves and for the children as well. We also provide classes for the children so they learn how to express their emotions and their needs in healthy ways. I'm happy to say that due to the Hospice Giving Foundation and our partnership with Coastal Kids Home Care and the Heal Together grant, we're actually able to provide these classes for free in group settings for all those that want to attend these classes. So if you want to know more information about our Children's First classes, please, Jonathan, there he is in the back, feel free to reach out to him. He'll tell you more about the program and how we do it. And last but not least, we have our community programs. And there's so many of them. So these programs include our on-site counseling services. They include our partnership with the Boys and Girls Club to be able to provide counseling services to both the Salinas and the Seaside clubs. Our partnership with MCOE to be able to provide counseling services to the alternate education school they have at MCOE. And our new partnership with Rancho Cielo. And I want to give a big shout out to Chris Stevers and the Rancho Cielo board. Yeah, for bringing us on and allowing us to provide this very, very important mental health support to their students and their staff. So thank you for that. And lastly, our teen programs. And I'm happy to announce that we're in the talks of bringing back our teen camps for the summer of 2023. So stay tuned for that. We're going to start having those conversations internally to bring those back to the community. So I know, a lot, right? So we do provide so many services, and that's just a glimpse of the services we provide. So we actually have prepared a video for you all. It's a short video to show you the services that we provide and how they impacted some of the people that we've served. Thank you all.
My name is Bailey Reiniger, and I'm 10 years old.
Hi everyone, my name is Gabby Espiritu. I am in 8th grade.
My name is Daniel. I've been with the program for 2 months. Found out about it at the Boys and Girls Club here in Salinas.
Good afternoon, my name is Martin Perez. I've been with this program since 2019.
My name's Olivia Angol. I've been a year in the program.
Hello, my name is Emily Cruz Ramos, and I've been with this program for 3 years.
Hi, hello, my name is Nicolette. I've been a part of TSI for 3 years now, since 2019.
Hello there, my name is Jennifer Crespo. I am 19 years old. I am a behavior therapist. I love working with children, and TSI has inspired me to follow my goals.
I have been in the program for about 3-4 years.
I've had people calling me names, just say stuff about me behind my back, and then making my friends just hate me. But now it's so much better because of the bullying prevention program.
My girls are they seem very happy. When they're with me, they know they're gonna be doing something. We go out and eat, we go to art class, we go to zoos. We went to a pumpkin patch just recently. And the beach is so close, so we always go to the beach. So
Without this program, I will be more depressed, maybe causing problems to my children. This program educate me to avoid those kind of problems, and I'm very glad with the program.
Teen Success helps me, guides me to show my baby the books, to read to him, to play with him, like all different ways.
I don't think I would be social now because I think after pregnancy, you distance yourself from other people.
I've experienced bullying my 8th grade life. It needs to stop.
I've been grateful for having the program. I have 2 daughters. I want them to be part of this program so we can see how it really does help them.
They gave us strategies to how to cope with depression and help me too because I'm not the only one with depression or with other kind of problems due to divorce.
TSI has helped me with communicating, co-parenting, and talking with his dad for us to have a good relationship for the baby.
The program has supported me and helping me by listening to my problems or when I need someone to talk to. Also, I found other moms in the program that I can relate to.
This program has helped me develop my parenting skills while motivating me to continue a higher education.
You can hear these stories, you can see them in person, you can see them on a video, and they always get you, right? Because it's, this is why we're doing it. Sorry, I get emotional. I told my mom I saw Ariana get off the plane, and I was already crying. I mean, it's just amazing what these young people are going through and what they've accomplished, and that leads me to introduce 2 incredible, incredible young women. I'm so excited for them to meet you today and for you to meet them, and they're going to get to share their stories. Savannah Alvarez and Patricia Escobar. I got to know them when they were teenagers, and now they're young women, and they're going to get to share with you a little bit about their stories. So please meet Patricia and Savannah.
So hi everyone, I'm Savannah. I am in my 30s now. But when I came to the program, I was 16 years old. And at that time, I was very angry. I saw the world as a dark and scary place. For me, I didn't have trust in my life. I had experienced a lot of hurt and a lot of pain. And so I wasn't able to open up I wasn't able to open up to people. And I was just really, I guess, closed off to the world. I felt very alone, very, very alone. And I met Julianne through one-on-one counseling. And at some point, she had invited me to the teen camp. And during the teen camp, it was my first time meeting other girls who understood what it was like to keep secrets and to feel the same kind of pain that I felt. And so it was my very first time in my life where I didn't feel so alone. And I made lifelong friends through that. I was able to turn my life around. I'm currently actually a counselor now. And a lot of the things that I learned through the teen camps, I'm able to teach other people. So for me, it's made the world a totally different place. I see good now, and I feel pretty good.
Hi, my name is Patricia Escobar, and I started the camps when I was about 13 years old. I remember meeting Julianne for the first time, and I was like, who's this lady? Not knowing that this one person was going to change the entire way that I was going to live my life. So I started my journey with Sticks and Stones. It was Elsa Saul Middle School, actually. That's where I started Sticks and Stones. Shortly after my mom was deported, I was about 11 years old when she was deported, and then I spent about 2 years living with my dad and struggling and living in like room to room with my brother and my sister. And when I lost my mom, I started messing up in school. I went from being a straight A student. I promise I wasn't gonna cry. I'm so terrible, I'm sorry. I went from being a straight A student to basically getting all Fs and not showing up to school. I was very lost until one counselor, her name was Mrs. Leon, she took note of how I went from being a great student to what I was doing at that time. And she basically introduced me to Julianne. She said, this is not the way to cope with losing a mom. So once I started talking to Julianne, I started realizing that life is a lot. It has a lot to give you. And I had a lot of life left to live. So I started going to the program. I met these beautiful girls that I love with all my heart. And I've learned so many ways to make sure that my story keeps going. And I literally can thank every single one of you for helping me do that, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that time that somebody showed me there was a better way, a way better way. So I thank you very much for that. The programs that basically started it all was teen camps and Sticks and Stones for me. And I'm sure now that they have 1,000 other programs, it's going to be even better for so many other kids just like me. This is the Harmony at Home Legacy Circle on the screen. These are the donors that have given up to $25,000 to Harmony at Home and basically have placed Harmony at Home in their estate planning. I would like to personally thank you for this dedication to the organization and for supporting girls just like me to keep going and to help families. You make a huge difference in this world, and we are here to attest to that. So thank you very much.
We'd also like to thank Tanya Antle. Tanya Antle is one of them. She's someone who supported teen programs throughout the years. You're here today, and I'm here to tell you that your support is directly making a difference in the world. And so thank you.
If you are interested in being part of the Legacy Circle, here are a few ways how you can do that.
So Our board of directors, Mike Levy and Don Leach, prepared a short video to touch on the important part of the legacy giving. And so you'll see that right up here.
Hi, I'm Mike Levy, and I serve on the board of directors of Harmony at Home. My business is wealth management, and in that capacity, I regularly assist my clients with figuring out how they can meet their charitable goals, both during their life and in their estate plan. And today, I'm joined by fellow board member Don Leach, who's a local estate planning attorney. He also assists his clients in achieving their charitable goals through estate planning. For those of you who are interested in supporting Harmony at Home financially, today we'd like to outline some different ways that you can do so. So Don, maybe you can speak to that.
Sure, Mike, thanks. There's so many ways to give. Some are more simple and others are more involved. Some are during your lifetime, others take effect when you pass away. Simple ones during your lifetime, those that aren't complicated, you can write a check to Harmony at Home or make a cash donation with your credit card. You can also give other types of assets, stocks and bonds and securities. You can also give your ownership in a life insurance policy to Harmony at Home. Harmony at Home becomes the owner, and the policy can be on your own life, can be on the life of any other person. So if you're over 70 and a half, you can do up to $100,000 a year as a qualified charitable distribution to Harmony at Home. There are other gifts that are slightly more complicated. You can also give art to Harmony at Home or real estate. Those require a little bit more planning and thought. Those gifts that take effect upon your death are advantageous for many people because they don't diminish the financial assets that you have during your lifetime, and they can also provide a reduction in your estate taxes. Some gifts, again, aren't complicated. You can name Harmony at Home as the beneficiary of a life insurance policy, an IRA, or a retirement plan like a 401k from your will or your living trust, or you can give an even percentage of your entire estate in your will or your living trust to Harmony at Home. Another approach is something called planned giving, and planned giving is often called legacy giving. It can provide an income tax deduction during your lifetime, and yet you retain an income stream or the use of the property for your lifetime. And again, it can reduce your taxable estate upon your passing. Some aren't exceptionally complicated, but if you don't want to give the whole thing away to Harmony at Home, it's an interesting approach.
So there are a lot of other types of charitable giving vehicles available, depending on your precise situation and your needs and your wishes, but we just wanted to give you a flavor of what's possible. So if you do have charitable intent, we would suggest that you talk to your estate planning attorney, your accountant, and you feel free to reach out to either of us or to our CEO, Julianne Levy, or any of the staff at Harmony at Home or anyone on the board, and we can help you or send you in the right direction to learn more about this.
We sincerely appreciate your support of Harmony at Home and thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thanks very much.
Thank you, Mike and Don. Little technical difficulty there. Really, really good explanation of all that stuff. That gets so confusing. So I'm so honored to introduce you to, you've already met Savannah and Patty, but to three other incredible young women who I am so, so proud of, and I'd like them to join us on stage now. Ariana Mosley, Cheryl Salazar, and Sydney Beck. So we thought it would be really special today to just give you a little picture of these amazing young women and their experience with Harmony at Home and just where they're at today. So we're going to, it's kind of like a mini group that we used to do, but it's situated a little differently, but I'm just going to ask them some questions and have them share with you some of their thoughts on that. So, girls, thank you. Girls, I still see them as girls, right? They're young women. Ladies, thank you again for being here. It's an honor for me to be with all of you. And I'd just like to hear from you. We'd like to hear from you. What is a memory that you have of someone in your life who maybe said something to you, gave you a piece of guidance or advice that really has changed the trajectory of your life. So who would ever like to talk about that?
So I would like to start with this question because I was like, I know exactly what to say. The same counselor who introduced me to Julianne, she said something to me the day that she introduced me, and she said, "Don't be afraid of change." And when she said that to me, my whole life I had been living in fear. I had let fear run everything that I did because of the situation I was in. I was in a very violent household. My parents, they were immigrants and from El Salvador. And my dad was drinking constantly. And I saw no light at the end of the tunnel at that time. And everything I ever did, it was out of fear. So every coping mechanism was filled with anger and arrogance. And when she said, don't be afraid of change, I decided to let one person into my heart, and that was the best decision I ever made. So those small words that she said to me, and I'm sure she probably said so many other things that she thought were more important than that one, those words are the only thing that I constantly remind myself. Don't be afraid of change. With change comes greatness. With change comes new things that first are scary, but then you realize that, where have I been? Why haven't I, opened myself more? And it completely changed my entire view of how to do things and what's gonna be next for me. So I saw the light at the end of the tunnel when she said that. She basically lit the candle in a very dark room, and I just followed the light.
Thank you. Thank you, Patty. It's beautiful. We never know the impact we're going to make on people. And that woman may not know this, like the difference she made in Patty's life. So it's incredible. So we'd like to hear what motivated you to just show up that first day, if it was at the camp or if it was to your counseling session. What was that like?
I'd like to take this one. For me, my very first day with counseling was actually with Julianne. And as I had said earlier, I was very closed off to the world. I didn't trust anyone or anything. And when I met her, I tried my best to scare her. I dressed in all black. I wanted to look like a punk rocker. I did my nails black. I had my studded belt on. And I remember I just flopped on her couch and I told her, I don't want to be here. And she had asked me why I came. And I told her it was because of my grandpa. And, Julianne, she was so sweet and kind. And, she told me I didn't have to talk to her if I didn't want to. That if I wanted to sit in the room and just sit there, I could. Or if we wanted to go to the beach and talk, we could do that. If we wanted to shop and talk, we could do that. We can eat and talk, whatever I'm comfortable with. And she was the first person in my life who made me feel like I had a choice, and my choice would be honored. And by the end of our conversation, I felt comfortable. I felt like what I have to say matters. So that's why I kept coming back. And then, with the teen camps, it was my first time having people who understood me, who'd been where I'd been. And I didn't feel alone anymore. And I came back for you guys.
Thanks, Savannah. So if one of you could share, what do you feel the impact that Harmony at Home has had in your life?
Wow. I mean, in a lot of ways, I think overall, so you go to these camps and you hear stories from girls that come from all different backgrounds, and you get to form connections with them, and it just kind of makes you like an empathetic person. Now whenever I meet people, even if I don't necessarily like them that much, I can think like, okay, this person has a backstory and they've gone through things that maybe I don't know about, so maybe I should be kind to them and treat them with kindness. And, yeah.
Thanks, Sydney. Thanks. Why don't, if one of you maybe want to share the impact Harmony at Home has had on your life too.
Sorry. It's hard to say, but I'm so sorry. I feel like it was more about not the words that people shared with or the conversations. I think it was really about people showing up and being able to just be there to support you. I think that was the most important thing for me because I felt that that's what I needed. I needed a lot of guidance. I was very fearful, very just lost with the direction I needed to go in my life. And I feel like now it's played a huge role in my parenting. I always just keep my son in my mind whenever I'm having a bad day. I just try to regulate my energy and just be that great person and use the tools that I've learned at Harmony at Home to raise my son and just to show up. That's the most important part, is just to show up and support.
Thank you, Ariana. I meant Ariana lives in Georgia now, and I picked her up at the airport a couple days ago. She came all the way out here to share her story. And I was telling some of the folks here earlier, so she comes out and she has a little baby. And she comes off the plane, and we're driving over to the hotel, and I'm listening to this young woman parent her child. Like, unreal. One of the best parents I've ever seen. and she broke a cycle. So we're so proud. So this is kind of a deep question. I mean, they all kind of are, right? But this is, I had this question posed to me over the years, and it is, if you were to talk to your younger self, your little girl, what kind of advice would you give her? What would you tell her? And I'd like to hear this from each of you. Okay, so we'll just go down the line. How about that? You first? Yeah, Cheryl.
Is it on? Oh, okay. I would say to my younger self, because I think when I started camp, I was 15, I want to say. I think I just started high school, so yeah, 15. I would say that to take the experience of Harmony at Home, the camps that you're having the opportunity to be a part of, because this woman and these beautiful ladies are going to be not just the structure, but the platform for you in your life, because it's not going to be easy, girl. It wasn't easy, and it is not going to continue being easy, but the tools that they gave us and that they showed us and the strength that we all had together is what's going to help you make the decisions for you in your life, and you're going to be fine. You're going to be A-okay, and you're going to see all these people all the time, and that's what's going to keep you together.
Thank you.
I think just to keep it simple is don't be afraid, and if you are, do it afraid.
Kind of the same thing Ari was saying, just not to be scared of new experiences. I struggle with that as an adult, and I remember before the camp, my first camp, I was super nervous and I didn't want to go, and my dad was kind of like, well, you have to, and then I went, and it's changed my life for the better, so don't be scared of new experiences.
I'd like to go last.
For me, it's actually Cheryl, you influenced me for this one. Don't forget to love yourself. That one is because when you learn to love yourself, you start to put yourself first. You put your needs first. Your emotions matter as well. You don't put other people's needs first because you think they matter, but you matter too. You respect yourself, and you don't allow other people to disrespect you. You don't put yourself in situations that aren't safe for you. So number one is don't forget to love yourself.
So I wanted to go last because one thing I would tell myself when I was a little girl, I know I was going to cry, that's so let me go last, is that you're not alone, because growing up as a child and in a bad environment, you think you're alone, and you think you're going to be like that for the rest of your life, that you're just going to live on by yourself and no one's going to ever come help you. And I would tell myself that you are not alone, that there's going to be people that come and save you from your situation, and thank you. And that you might be alone at the moment, but that does not mean that you're always going to be alone. So, yeah.
Thank you, all of you, just for just opening up your heart. That just takes courage, you know, it really does. And is there anything else that anybody wants to share? I know you've already shared a lot, but is there any final words as we close out this very special panel?
I talk a lot. I just want to thank everybody in this room. I have a couple important people here that I want to personally thank for being there for me in everything that they include me in everything. And I've never been included in much, but they brought me in and into their family, and they welcomed me as one of their own. And I can say now happily that I have a really good family and a big one too. So I want to personally thank them, and I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to just make sure that you know that I would not be here if it wasn't for every one of these beautiful faces I'm looking at. And I want to thank you so much. I rescue dogs also now, so my dogs would like to thank you for saving me, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to do what I do now. And one day, I'm gonna save as many dogs as I possibly can. I'll be a lawyer, so if anybody needs a lawyer, let me know. So,
Thank you. Thank you, Patty. What an incredible group. Oh, look you're getting a standing ovation. Oh, wow. Woo! Just take it in. Take it all in, girls. Yeah. Oh, thank you all. I'm just taking the love, take it all in. So thank you. Thank you for your time, and Savannah's gonna stay on stage with us for a moment. So Savannah's going to introduce you to a very special person in just a moment. Thank you, and thank you all.
All right, everyone, and so it is my pleasure to introduce you the Board of Director President and Legacy Circle donor, Susan Crest, to join me on up here. Okay, there we go.
Okay. I want to just tell you how touched I am by all your stories. This has been wonderful. Is this better? Yeah. Okay. I want to thank you all so very much for coming today. I'm often thanked for being the president of this board of directors. I want to thank all of you and the board of directors and all of your members and all of the children who have been helped by this program. I do it because I work with wonderful people with big hearts, all of the board of directors here, trying to pull together and help pull together the services that the outcome is what you just told us about, what you explained. And I remember when I was young and I was afraid, I didn't have anybody. And I remember those times. And then I look back and I remember all the people along the way who put a hand out to me in big and little ways. Many of them don't even know that they did it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so it's my pleasure, now that I'm older, to turn around and give back. I'm just so proud of all of you that spoke today, each and every one of you. You've done a wonderful job of taking the gift that you were given and using it. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. So I believe at this time we will be asking for your guys' donations, and personally, I want to thank you all for any of the donations that you've given to all the youth here, and on behalf as, not a youth anymore, but when I was a youth, someone who's received those donations, your donations do make a difference, and we truly do appreciate it. Like Patty had said, many of us wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for programs like this, and this has been made possible because of your donations. So thank you very much.
So I just want to give a shout out to Harmony at Home's leadership team. These are the beautiful people that greeted you when you came in. Can you guys just stand up? I mean, we could not do this work without this group. Thank you guys. Thanks so much. I just am grateful for them every day. So that concludes our program today. I hope you got a glimpse of the work that we're doing every day. And again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for each and every one of you and all of our friends out in the virtual world for all you do to make this happen for us. So thank you.